today. I think I'll call it fine. I'll wrap it in ribbons and make it mine. I think I'm going to like today. It's very plain to see. I like every minute, and it likes me. Don't you agree? This is the nicest day in the neighborhood, the nicest day in the calendar, the nicest day in the hemisphere for me. I think I'm going to like today. It's been the best by far. I got it by wishing on last night's star. I think I'm going to like today, and when today is through, I'll catch it and keep it as good as new. There it'll be. I'll have the nicest day in the neighborhood, the nicest day in the calendar, the nicest day will just stay at home with me. I think I'm going to like today. It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. You're growing inside, and when you wake up ready to say, I think I'll make a snappy new day. It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling, the feeling you know that I'll be back when the day is new, and I'll have more ideas for you, and you'll have things you'll want to talk about. I will too. You always make each day such a special day. You know how? By just your being you. There's only one person in the whole world exactly like you, and that's you yourself. And people can like you exactly as you are. It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling, the feeling you know that we're friends. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you, so let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please won't you be my neighbor? You are my friend. You are special. You are my friend, you're special to me. You are the only one like you, my friend. I like you in the daytime, in the nighttime, any time that you feel's the right time for a friendship with me, you see. F-R-I-E-N-D, special. You are my friend. You're special to me. There's only one in this wonderful world. You are special.
Tip of the tongue, teeth, the teeth,
and
Yes,
special
the lips,
friends can
the lips.
talk with each other
Red,
about
leather,
all
yellow.
kinds of
One
things.
hen, two ducks,
Fun things,
three squawking
scary
geese,
things,
Yes.
four
sad
limerick
things,
oysters, five corpulent
awesome
porpoises.
things.
Okay, here we are. We're live.
Nice.
Can you hear
Yay.
Can you hear everyone?
Nice.
Levels check. Levels check. Everybody, can you hear
Hello,
everybody?
hello.
Okay. So I'm here live with Kristen Osborn of the Winship. Tell me about
Neighborhood concert.
the
Yes.
Winship Neighborhood Concert. Tell me about it. Oh,
Yes.
well, I try to get
Absolutely.
you back centered on the screen here. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Yeah, because it's live, of
You're
course.
It's live and we're doing it.
We're
It's
doing it live. Ugh. And there's the windows are snapping. Okay.
perfect.
There we go. There you are.
Yay. Oh, it's so cool.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Tell me about the
So
show.
we
Tell me about the show first. Yeah.
absolutely. So I am a second year MFA director at UT Austin in the Department of Theater and Dance. And I'm working right now on a project that Mike is helping me with, and it is called the Winship Neighborhood Concert. It is loosely based on the music of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and the sort of core philosophies of Mr. Rogers. And so it's been a really fun adventure. And sort of where this project came from initially, for me, is that I grew up in a household where Fred Rogers was a heroic figure. My mom is a parent education teacher, and so her background is in child development, just like Fred Rogers. And so his teachings and his music were part of our daily lives, essentially. And then fast forwarding in my career and my work as a director and generative artist, I really felt that those core values were central to my work as well. So the ideas of like valuing every person as someone who's really special, and taking time to listen to the stories that folks have to tell, those are things that are present in many of the projects that I take on. And so when we got an opportunity to pitch for the season in the Department of Theater and Dance, I was starting to think about ways that we could bring some of those things to life, especially given how separate we felt during the pandemic. And one day I was listening to Spotify and a song came on. It was by Sylvan Esso, which is a group that I really love. And I started to recognize the lyrics, and it was about there being many ways to say I love you. And as I listened, I realized that I knew this song and I knew it from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. So it was like a full circle moment. The lyrics of the song were super resonant to me as an adult, where we're talking about there being many ways to say I love you, whether that's hanging up your coat before you're asked to do it, or putting on a play. It really spoke to me. And so I started to think about ways that we could make the music of Mr. Rogers and those sort of foundational lessons accessible to adults. So the Mr. Rogers, initially it was called the Mr. Rogers Neighborhood Concert. Now it's called the Winship Neighborhood Concert because we in the Department of Theater and Dance are housed in the Winship Drama Building. So we're bringing together artists from throughout Winship, which Mike, you're UT alum, so you spent some time in Winship. People from sort of all walks of life. We have faculty members, undergrads, graduates. We're bringing them together to share the music of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood in this contemporary cover setting, and then to basically engage people one on one and tell stories and connect. So that's kind of the overview.
That's great. Thank you so much for
Oh,
explaining the whole thing. What are you most excited about this week? I know it's a lot's coming together. What do you
yes. It's been like the train is moving now. We are full speed ahead, but I think the thing I'm most excited about is just getting to hear the songs. And tonight we had a rehearsal actually and did the opening song, Won't You Be My Neighbor, and the closing song, Such a Good Feeling. And it was delightful. And we had a group of musicians who were participating in the project just like diving headfirst into it and bringing such enthusiasm and joy. And so I'm excited to share that. I'm looking forward to
Awesome.
that.
That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
it's gonna
And
it's gonna be cool.
So what are we doing? So can you explain what we're doing tonight? Yeah.
Well,
Together
yes,
here,
so
we're collaborating on this.
we're collaborating live.
Live.
In time. Yeah. So basically, when I reached out to you very recently, because this has been a total whirlwind of an adventure, I asked if you would be willing to cover one of the songs of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And the presentation style for each musician is different. So, in talking with you about what was possible, we're going to record right now a cover of a Mr. Rogers song, Sometimes People Are Good.
Yes. I'm ready.
You are? Okay, I was
I
like,
think
how
so.
are you feeling?
I think so. I'm nervous because I haven't actually played music on the stream in a little while. It's been, it's been maybe a month or so. I used to play on here every Monday, make every Monday music and media. And but this is gonna be a good way to dip my toes back in. And so, I'm grateful to have had an opportunity to learn this song. It called out to me from the list, and
Yes.
yeah.
It's so fun to see like what folks are finding resonant with each of these songs.
Yeah.
So I was delighted when you chose this one. It's such a good one.
And nobody else has chosen. Nobody else wanted this one.
No, you were the first to claim it. And basically, once someone has claimed the song, I have like a long list because he wrote over 200 songs for the show.
Aw.
But whenever somebody picked one, it was struck from the list.
Oh.
So it's yours.
Well, thank you out there for following K. Osborne. I don't know if that's somebody you know. Is that you? That's you.
That is.
That is you.
That's
Thank
my
you,
dad.
Kristen. Thank you for following, Kristen. Oh, that's your dad. Okay, I thought that was you.
If it's a G, it's him.
It's
if
a G.
It's a J, it's me.
Ah, okay. Now I know a little bit about the Osborne family. Very good.
Yeah, you know
very
all
good.
now.
Okay, cool. Well, so yes, I am going to do what I've got, I've got 5 ukuleles in view here. And there's shoes on 2 of them, because I know that Rogers was into tying shoes and untying them. And I've also got 2 guitars here, one classical even, that I'm considering like layering in some elements, but you have to stop me here because I am gonna go too far. I'm just gonna play it on the ukulele first. That's what I'm gonna do first. We'll start real simple. I'm gonna play it on this ukulele first. And then I figured this is too much sauce for people watching right now, but we're behind the scenes. We're recording a live session here. So I have this other Les Paul ukulele behind that one that I can actually plug into a thing and make it sound kind of crunchy like a metal, like metal or like electric. It's an electric ukulele. And so at the lyric where he says some people like to make noise, I was thinking of like cutting away to like the electric ukulele and shred a little bit, just a little shred, and then cut back to the same people that like to make noise. It can be quiet, and maybe that's when the classical guitar comes in. I don't know. These are just ideas that I have had.
Well, the beauty of this project is that like everybody's bringing their ideas and I just get to say yes to everything. I'm like, yes, more ukuleles as many as possible.
Okay, cool. So then we'll start with the one ukulele and then we'll just see how far we get and how late we can go here. Hopefully we'll only need till 11 or so, but
my schedule is open. I got nothing.
All right, cool.
So
I got no watches. I got a little bit of that. Cool. So I also have final things. I also have a jacket and a sweater to switch into, and so I don't know. I guess I figured I'd just like start by walking in and saying hello. You want me to introduce myself? Do you want me to say my name and stuff? Is that what people are doing?
That would be great. I think that would be great.
Like, hey, I'm Michael Versafeld, and this is the first session that you're doing, or?
It is.
Oh, okay.
So, like, getting to kind of play with the format is great.
Cool.
I think one thing that we're excited about is, like, Fred Rogers did direct address to the camera, and
Mm-hmm.
that kind of level of intimacy of like him looking into your eyes and being in your home, like, is really cool.
Very
So
cool.
I would say, yeah, go for it. And I think, kind of any way you want to introduce yourself and introduce the piece and just get into it sounds good. We can just like flow into it.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll just like real quick read you a little bit so that I can practice actually, because direct address is hard, y'all. It's hard to,
Yeah.
because it's basically like you have to learn the script so that you can stare right at the camera, because I don't have my teleprompter set up right now. But it's something that I want to work on. That's kind of why I started doing this Twitch thing. One of the reasons, so that I could practice my direct address. But yeah, what were you about to say?
I was going to say one thing to kind of like lift any pressure you're feeling is that in his work, he went slowly on purpose.
Yeah.
So if you need to pause and kind of like gather your thought, that's totally fine.
Cool.
And like really within the world.
Okay,
So,
cool.
anything is fair game.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna start recording on the Zoom real quick so that we have like separate tracks, just in case we need them. Because I guess I'll just leave you on if you wanna. Yeah, I might. I think I'll leave your audio on, mute yourself, and then.
Yeah.
So I will not.
I have something to say.
I will not have the headphones on. So if you need me to stop, just like wave your hands. Next, cut. And to those watching out there, Kristen's dad, let us know how the levels are sounding. If I'm peaking, that means like it sounds like weirdly static or something. That's not good. We don't want the peaking. We want good dynamic levels. So here we go. I guess I'm okay. So I'm gonna read first. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. So hello. I'll walk in. I'll just walk it. The chair will be empty. I'll walk in. Hello, friends, neighbors, country folk. I'm Michael Furstenfeld from Make Every Media, and today I'm gonna sing you a song by the illustrious Fred Rogers about how people can be more than one thing, and often are. In fact, that's what makes people people. They are complicated beings and hard to understand. And I know that I am thinking about that almost every day, and it helps me to be a more empathetic person. Now, the part that I dropped, that I did cut out, like right before we went live here, is that, I said, I know I think about that almost every day, and especially since I lost my father just last month, I've been thinking about how he was so many things, so hard to encapsulate. It's so hard to eulogize a life, and I have been wanting to talk about that on the stream because that's what's going on. I'm mourning the loss of my father, and this song called out to me from your list, and I played it, and I cried, and I played it for my mom, and it really spoke to me. So it's helped me heal a little bit. Just a little bit, and I hope it can help you heal too. Something like that. I don't know. That wasn't bad. I started improvising at some point, but I'll try something like that. Is that all right? Yeah.
I think that's beautiful, and I think one thing in your introduction is if you want to say like, hey neighbor, or like anything like that, and then to say like who you are from Make Every Media, and then like maybe, and I spent a good deal of time in the Winship building, like kind of a little flavor of what you told me about your sneaking into classes or something, just to kind of ground you in the neighborhood world.
Cool.
But I think that is beautiful, and I think anything along those lines, that you're sharing, that sense of like, this was a song that helped me process this thing and the complexity of this event in my life and this person. I think that's really meaningful.
Cool. Yeah, I'll add some stuff. I added some stuff about insert Winship flavor here.
Yeah.
Cool. I will mostly just speak directly to the audience, though. I will try to not refer to this script at all anymore. But do you think it's better to have it as an intro to the song, or as a you said it's a sort of a conversation starter. Do you think it's better to have at the beginning or the end?
I think it could go in either place. Maybe the intro of who you are at the beginning, and then like at the end, the sort of context and grounding part of the conversation, or like, yeah, that bit.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think that sounds pretty good. So like the Winship stuff at the beginning, and then
who you are, what you do, how you're connected to the neighborhood.
Cool.
Yeah, and then like, and and I'm excited or whatever, however you want to say this, but like, here I am. I'm about to share this song with you, and then you'll do the song, and then it's like, sometimes people are good, but not always, and whatever sort of segue brings you into the context and why you're sharing it with this audience.
Cool. Okay. Sing the song. All right.
In brackets.
That's where, yes, sing the song there. Got it. I think I've got my beats in general. So I'm going to try to do a thing where I time out the Winship stories to
I love it.
Taking a shoe off of a ukulele, putting it on my knee and tying it, and then putting it on the guitar, and then maybe I don't know, what does he do first? He takes off the jacket and puts on the sweater first.
He takes off his outside jacket. Yeah.
Right.
Outside
and then
jacket, puts underneath on his inside sweater.
Underneath PBS.
Oh, he would love that.
Underneath it all.
Yes.
Okay.
For public broadcasting.
Okay. Are we ready to do a take of this?
I'm so ready.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Thanks for doing this with me.
I'm gonna giggle with joy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, mute yourself. Yeah. I gotta wipe the sweat from my brow and 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 limerick oysters. We've got this. Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm transitioning to this is my solo screen with you in the corner while I do my scene dressing. I'm just gonna leave it there for a second. Okay. I'm gonna start with this jacket. Let's see, can you see the ukulele? You can see the ukuleles and the guitar. Very good. You said take some time, be slow about it. I'm gonna do that. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Bumpers? Taking some water. Okay. And then everybody say goodbye to Kristen for a second, for a bit, for just a little bit. There she goes. Okay, here we go. Take 1. Walking is so hard when you have to do it on. Okay. Hello, friends, neighbors, country folk. Well, I'm Michael Furstenfeld. Hello. I don't actually have this accent. I'm from Make Every Media. And I spent some time in the Winship building. Mostly sneaking into class, even though I wasn't actually in the theater department. I think I went to about 3 classes before they actually discovered that I wasn't in the theater department and kicked me out. But that was one of the greatest acting lessons of my life. Always say yes when you're asked if you're actually in the theater department. They would have figured it out anyway. But I am proud to know many, many people from the Winship building. And let's switch hats here. Let's switch hats there. There we go. And to have even performed with a lot of people from the Winship building. Stephen Gerald, to drop one name, came to my convergent media class in the film department to teach us about becoming the other. In probably one of the best classes I took at UT, it was called Body Double. It was in the convergent media department, and we had to do an acting exercise where we created an alternate persona for ourselves. You can't see it. My knee. I think what needs to happen is I need to scoot the camera down once I sit down, and then you can see it on my knee. Then you can see the little. And let's see. What else am I supposed to talk about? Yeah. There we go. Let's just put this over here. There we go. So anyway, we're here to sing a song about Fred Rogers. I mean by Fred Rogers. And this song is called Sometimes People Are Good. And sometimes the actor prepares, and sometimes the actor just kind of wings it, you know? And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and take off this sweater because it's warm. And there it goes. And I'm going to go ahead and take off this, there we go. All right, let's show my true colors. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Here's my take. Now, this is going to require a lot of editing already. How we doing? Should I stop it here? Give me the X if I should. Okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to keep going. Okay, so got my lyrics up there. Got my lyrics down here. And got my lyrics over here too. I got them in 3 different places just in case I forget anything. But I am actually going to take this off. Oh, that's warm. That's warm. This is live theater, people. Live theater. Sometimes people are good, and they do just what they should. But the very same people who are good sometimes are the very same people who are bad sometimes. It's funny, but it's true. It's the same, isn't it, for me? And sometimes people get wet and their parents get upset. But the very same people who get wet sometimes are the very same people who are dry. That's not right. But the very same people who get wet sometimes. Nope, start it over. The very same people who get wet sometimes are the very same people who are dry sometimes. It's funny, but it's true. It's the same, isn't it, for me? And I do not have your image up, so I can't tell if you're giving me the X or not. But I've messed up a few times. Should I start over, or it's editable? Okay, here we go. We're just gonna keep rolling.
Editable. Everything is editable.
Sometimes people make noise and they break each other's toys. But the very same people who are noisy sometimes are the very same people who are quiet sometimes. It's funny, but it's true. It's the same, isn't it, for me? And sometimes people get mad and they feel like being mad. But the very same people who are mad sometimes are the very same people who are glad sometimes. It's funny, but it's true. It's the same, isn't it, for me? And sometimes people are good, and they do just what they should. But the very same people who are good sometimes are the very same people who are bad sometimes. It's funny, but it's true. It's the same, isn't it, for me? It's the same, isn't it? The same for you. Okay, I'm bringing you back in. Oh, I didn't do the thing. I should talk about what it means to me. Yeah? Now I should talk about. Okay, all right.
That was beautiful, though.
Oh, thank you.
That was incredible. That was so wonderful.
Oh.
Love.
So I'll bring you back. Is it okay if you're on the screen for some of it? Like.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, for the piece?
For the explanation, do you want me to do the sort of like what it means to me thing without you still without you on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you think I need to redo it first of all? Because I can do another take.
If you wanted to, or if you wanted to do one with you had thought about the electric.
I think maybe if I did it with a couple of other instruments, it would be easier to like edit too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be
cool.
One thought.
But that round there was some good stuff in there. Okay.
Oh my God, so much good stuff. Like that.
I'm getting applause in the chats. Thank you.
Yes, people are loving this.
Thank you, Mr. Osborne.
Yeah. They're loving it. It's great. It's so fun.
Okay, so I'll keep playing it then before I talk about what it means then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I love what you're doing though, and all everything.
Let's do this. Let's do this first.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do the shoes thing. Here we go. I'm going back to solo.
Great.
Still recording. Let's just pretend like we had this guitar or this ukulele here. Let's put that there.
So can you still hear me now?
Okay. Guard your ears. Okay, we'll see how this goes. But I thought for this verse. So there's this. Or that. I kind of like this is noisier. But then this, I've got a really noisy one. Oh, that's too noisy. Guard your ears. This one. Oh, it's too noisy still. Oh, it's kind of grungy though. It's not bad. I kind of like the grunge.
I kind of like it too.
Is that all right? That feels
It's
like just the
very
right kind of noisy,
I
right?
like
Okay,
that.
cool.
Yeah.
All right. For this part here. Sometimes people make noise and they break each other's toys. But the very same people who are noisy sometimes, but the very same people who are noisy sometimes. And then I think I said I would go to the classical guitar after that.
Sure, yeah. think that sounds great.
And this is where it becomes a lesson in chord structure, because it's just not as easy on the guitar as it is on the ukulele. That's one reason I went with the ukulele. But sometimes people make noise and they break each other's toys. But the very same people who are noisy sometimes are the very same people who are quiet sometimes. Oh, it was almost good. I messed up the last chord. Let me try one more time. But the very same people who are noisy sometimes are the very same people who are quiet sometimes. Maybe one more take. It's a little... But the very same people who are noisy sometimes are the very same people who are quiet sometimes. That's a thing. Should I try it with the banjolele a little bit, maybe? Because that makes people mad, right?
I like the banjolele. I like it.
So, gotta move the shoe to there. It's funny. Oh, but it's out of tune.
Okay, that's okay.
Whew. There we go. All right. Okay, Kristen, now is the part where you vamp while I tune.
Oh, yes, I can vamp.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm back on the... Oh, yeah, here I am. Oh, my gosh. So this is my first Twitch, everybody. It's very exciting to be here. I've never been on a Twitch except as a viewer / audience member. I'm very honored that there are some folks watching right now. And I'm very honored that Mike has welcomed me onto the show. It seems that so far, like, what I'm seeing as someone building this project that I'm loving is just the like playful nature of what Mike is bringing, the dynamics in, you know, tempo and interpretation. And I think something that's been really fun as we've been doing this project is just the variety and interpretation. So one of our artists, Daft Silbiger, is doing a tech dance, like techno dance remix of You Can Never Go Down the Drain. And what they're connecting that to is the idea. So the song is about you never being able to go down the bathtub drain. But what Daft thinks is the sort of like adult connection for them is that we all have irrational fears and we all experience these in our lives. And so they have created this remix that gives an audience member an experience of being able to dance through those irrational fears. So that's really fun. We'll hear Mike's connection in, you know, as he continues to work, but all different kinds of things. We have It's You I Like. That's a pretty straight cover by Nathan Tran. We have some really good artists on the piece. How is the tuning going?
Perfect vamping. I even had time to get a refill on water. Thank you.
Nice. I can't hear you.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
I don't know if the
I was just telling you, I even had time to get a refill on water. So perfect.
I love it.
Perfect vamping. You're a professional.
Sure.
Okay, here we go. All tuned up. All tuned up.
Okay, great. I'll mute myself.
Here we go. I might just try to do the whole thing just to have a safety on some of this. Okay. Sometimes people are good, and they do just what they should. But the very same people who are good sometimes are the very same people who are bad sometimes. It's funny, but it's true. It's the same, isn't it, for me? And sometimes people get wet and their parents get a little upset. But the very same people who get wet sometimes are the very same people who are dry sometimes. It's funny, but it's true. It's the same, isn't it, for me? And sometimes people make noise and they break each other's toys. And the very same people who get noisy sometimes are the very same people who are quiet. Some quiet are the very, very same people who are quiet sometimes. It's funny, but it's true. It's the same, isn't it, for me? And sometimes people get mad and they feel like being bad. But the very same people who are mad sometimes are the very same people who are glad sometimes. It's funny, but it's true. It's the same, isn't it, for me? And sometimes people are good, and they do just what they should. But the very same people who are good sometimes are the very same people who are bad sometimes. It's funny, but it's true. It's the same, isn't it, for me? Isn't it the same for you? Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yay!
Thank you. Thanks for listening, everybody. I'll put it up. I'll take this one back. Thanks for listening, everybody. That was a Fred Rogers song called Sometimes People Are Good. And yeah, I'm gonna try it again.
You're doing amazing.
Now that all my set dressing fell off. There
I
we
know.
go.
No.
There we go.
It happens.
There we
Sometimes set dressing falls off. Doesn't cooperate.
All right. So this part.
You got this.
Is this close enough? Is this direct address enough? I'm looking on the Twitch. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it looks great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, everybody. That was a song by Fred Rogers called Sometimes People Are Good. And it is a great song because it reminds me every day that people can be more than one thing. They can be good and bad and noisy and quiet and angry and funny. And that's what makes people people, that they're so complicated. They're not just one thing. And like I said, I think about that almost every day, especially after my father died just last month. I'm thinking about how complicated he was, how many different things he was in his lifetime, and how can we ever encapsulate a person in just one word? That's what I'm thinking about when I sing this song. I love it so much. It reminds me to be a more empathetic person, to not only to other people, but to myself too. I'm not just one thing. So I hope you think about that as well. And don't box yourself in. None of us are just one thing. Did you hear a little cat at the end there?
Oh no, I didn't
No?
hear
Okay.
it. No, it was
Okay, good.
great.
Was that okay?
No,
Was
that was perfect.
Okay.
I think that was wonderful. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
How
just...
do you feel?
I feel like I did a lot of things, and
Nice. You did
surely
amazing.
some of it was all right, and that we can
Nice.
edit together something with
Oh,
all of
yeah.
that, right?
It was gorgeous.
Okay.
I could listen to you sing that a million times.
Oh, thank you.
And find, like, it was so fun watching you play and find things just as you went along, and all of the dynamics, and just, it was so beautiful, so rich and so delightful.
Okay, well then,
Just a dream.
I guess we're done then. I guess that's
Yeah.
that's the session, huh? I'll bring
I
you
think
back.
that could be the session. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
If you're feeling good about it.
Oh, George Hampton, what? I just brought a plate of food to bed, and this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't call me Shirley. Welcome, George. Thank you for joining Misidentified and Mr. Osborne and Mr. Hampton. Are we? You really think that you don't need 1,000 more takes?
So, I mean,
okay.
If you want, I feel like if you wanted to do one more, just like full time through, just for coverage, that would be amazing. And again, like I said, I could listen to you do it. And I feel like George Hampton, came kind of in the middle.
Right.
I want to see like the full.
Well, what do you
version
think? What do you
once more.
think? What do you think with the just standard ukulele, guitar, different? Yeah, you think
original
the original one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that is my original. That's my original ukulele from the land of ukuleles. Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I would say, yeah, if you're willing to do just one more, maybe.
Okay.
I know the sweater was hot, but maybe like playing with the shoe again. Like,
Okay.
up
Oh,
to
fair.
you,
Yes, I did kind
how
of.
far you
Yeah.
wanna go.
Yeah.
But it's.
How was the intro? Was the intro kind of awkward? It was okay. Yeah. Okay.
No.
Okay.
I don't think it's awkward. I mean, I think what you can think about in terms of like the way that the video will play is that like one person is receiving it. So in a way, you're just speaking to one person.
Yeah.
And being like, welcome, in a way you could be like, welcome to my home. That's what
Yeah.
is cool about the studio of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood is like, it's set up to be a home, and you're at home, and we're here with you, and and you get to be like, hey, I'm gonna sing you a little song. Here's what I'm thinking about right now, and then go into it. Yeah, but
Okay.
I think it's really wonderful.
Okay, I'll
And
do.
It's fun. Yeah.
I'll try the. Oh, sorry. No, please continue. Yeah.
No. I love hearing your connection to Winship, and that like you flew under the radar as a non-theater student taking theater classes, and then that you had all these rich experiences during your time. So I loved all of it. I think
Cool.
it's great.
Well, should I give that some of that then one more take too? The intro, and then
I think intro and outro if
Is
you're
this
willing to.
and then
Just,
last
like,
thing, is this too political? Make Mother Earth great again? Is that I think Rogers
No,
would like that.
he would love it. He would love that. He would love your PBS shirt. I think like I welcome it.
Okay.
I'm excited about
All right.
it.
And
I liked that you did a change of hat.
okay, I'll do the
So
change
that
of hat
was a
again.
Nice touch.
I'll do the change of
even
hat.
If the sweater's too hot, maybe you just do the hat and the shoes.
Okay. Okay.
So it's like your version of it.
Oh, yeah. I think there's
Unless
like
you want to do the sweater.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll take off the sweater. Maybe that's what I'll do instead of even starting with the jacket. I'll take off the sweater and
Sweater
then
comes off.
then do the shoes, the hats, the
Yes.
shoes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, George says it's like Tiny Tim. Thank you. That's a very high compliment. Or was this song by Tiny Tim and not Fred Rogers? Is that what you're saying? Scandal.
Scandal.
You'd have to change the whole project. Okay. You're
Tiny Tim concert.
so Kristen is going off screen again, and I'm taking. This is take. I don't know. Take something. Take two.
Take something.
It's take two, basically.
Take We Love It.
All right. Oh, let me hide this. There's too much chatting happening. I mean, no, the chatting is great. Please, I just need to. I need to hide the box a little bit so that it doesn't overlay on my stuff. Okay, there we go. All right. Conan and Soda.
Like, do I know that right?
Do I know that right? Okay, here we go. All right. So hello, friends and neighbors. I'm Michael First for Make Every Media. Oh, gotta reset the shoes a little bit here. There we go. Reset the hat. Jacket can stay. Jacket's all right. Putting the sweater back on. Hey neighbor, hello neighbor, hello neighbors. Hey neighbors, hey neighbors, hey neighbors. One hen, two ducks, three squawking geese. Okay. All right. I think I'm all set. Hey neighbor, I'm Michael Furstenfeld. You probably don't know me, but you can see my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/makeeverymedia. You can support this friendly neighbor at patreon.com/makeeverymedia or at buymeacoffee.com/makeeverymedia. It's been hard out here during a pandemic for musicians and artists, so any little neighborhood support you can do would be much appreciated. I support your community. I feel so fuck myself up. I'm gonna change hats.
Yeah, I love it.
Make Every Media. That's a production company. Fred Rogers used to have a production company. I'm reaching at straws here. So I'm talking about the Winship building. Okay, I'm going to start over. I'm talking about the Winship building. What's my motivation? Okay.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Do you want to enter again?
Yeah, I'm going to enter again. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's see. This hat. Where'd my other... Oh, okay. That's why I was confused. This hat needs to be here. Adjust this just a little bit.
You're making magic.
All right. Oh, and the microphone's a little bit in the way. Just a little bit. Okay. Here we go. Hey, Michelle. We're just recording take 2 right now as we speak. Take 2. That's take 3, actually. Take 3. Hey there, neighbor. It's me, Michael Furstenfeld from MakeEveryMedia.com. And I'm here to sing you a little song by the illustrious Fred Rogers. But first I gotta say, the Winship community, love y'all. I have experience in the Winship building, but only through the I'm losing my words now. I think I sang myself stupid.
Oh my God. No,
what did I say,
imagine,
Kristen? What did I say?
I think you were like, and it's. I think you could say something like,
I'm embarrassed.
like, I'm excited to be back in the Winship neighborhood.
I'm excited. That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
Yes.
After some time has gone by,
Yeah.
it's been a minute since I was taking these classes, blah blah blah. Or since I was sneaking into theater classes and playing an actor. I don't know, whatever. Because you said something really great about like that was a great acting lesson. Was like always saying yes to that. I was a theater student.
Yeah. Oof, I think the best take is going to be the one that I was doing casually with you at the beginning. Totally but yeah. But okay, I'll try it one more time. Take 4. Thank you, George. That's great. I'm excited to be back in the Winship building. It's been a long time since I snuck in there.
Totally.
Since I snuck in there as a pretentious Plan 2 liberal arts honors student with a concentration of film and okay, yeah. All right.
Perfection.
All right. Let's do this one more time. Take 4.
Very important. Hat switch, the setting of the shoes.
So
It's perfection.
this I think can go. I think I'm done with the metal. Okay, there we go. All right. Take 4. Howdy, neighbor. It's me, Michael Furstenfeld from MakeEveryMedia.com. I'm excited to be back in the Winship building after a long time away. Once upon a time, I snuck in there as a scrappy, pretentious Plan 2 liberal arts student with a concentration in convergent media and theater, and thought I could take some theater classes from the infamous Stephen Gerald. And you know what? I did for about 3 whole classes before they discovered that I was not actually in the theater department. So that was indeed one of the greatest acting lessons of my life. I should have just looked around at what everybody else was doing in that moment and blended in more. I don't think I would have actually been able to take a whole class at the Winship building, but I did learn a lot of things there. I saw a lot of productions there, and I've since collaborated with a lot of people that have graduated from UT's theater and dance department, and it's really informed the 20 years that I've lived in Austin. Those connections, Kirk Lynn, Alex, everybody over there that is currently at the Winship building. So thank you, Kristen, for giving me a chance to perform there. I appreciate it. It's like a loop is coming around to completion here for me. So everybody, I forgot to do the intro thing. I forgot to do the whole the cardigan. I'm gonna do this like one more time, and just.
Yeah,
hey everybody.
That was gorgeous. Yeah, sorry, now I interrupted you, but that was
No, yeah, it was good. You liked it.
I loved it.
You liked
Loved
it. So, but I mean, yeah, I just need to do this thing. Maybe if I just like start from here then, and say something like, so sorry, but I need to do this thing where I talk directly to you, neighbor, and I simultaneously remove a piece of my clothing and maybe even a second piece of clothing to reveal my true form, my true love, and then for some reason change pieces of clothing for no apparent reason. And then also for no apparent reason, take a shoe and angle it down a little bit more and just untie it and put it somewhere. And then take another shoe and tie it. And talk to you while I'm doing it. It's so good to have you here. And I'm so excited to sing this song for you. If you like what you hear, you can see me most Mondays at twitch.tv/makeeverymedia. And you can support me at patreon.com/makeeverymedia or buymeacoffee.com/makeeverymedia. It's hard out here outside of university as an artist and musician. So any patronage would be much supported. I could get some new shoes. So anyways, now that I'm shoeless, it's time to sing you a song. And I'm gonna adjust this again one more time to right there. There we go. Sometimes people are, yep. Sometimes people are prepared. And sometimes people got to bring up their sheets again. This is also a song just riddled with flats. We got a B flat, followed by an E flat, followed by a B flat. And sure, there's some other chords in there, but these are the chords that mean something to me right now. B flats are in every song that I've been singing recently. That's a B flat. Sometimes people are good, and they do just what they should. But the very same people who are good sometimes are the very same people who are bad sometimes. It's funny, but it's true. It's the same, isn't it, for me? Sometimes people get wet and their parents get a little upset. But the very same people who get wet sometimes are the very same people who are dry sometimes. It's funny, but it's true. It's the same, isn't it, for me? Sometimes people make noise and they break each other's toys. But the very same people who are noisy sometimes are the very same people who are quiet sometimes. It's funny, but it's true. It's the same, isn't it, for me? And sometimes people get mad and they feel like being bad. But the very same people who are mad sometimes are the very same people who are glad sometimes. It's funny, but it's true. It's the same, isn't it, for me? And Sometimes people are good, and they do just what they should. But the very same people who are good sometimes are the very same people who are bad sometimes. It's funny, but it's true. It's the same, isn't it, for me? Isn't it the same for you? Thanks, everybody. Thanks for listening. Done?
Yes, that was incredible.
Okay, I got through the whole song that time.
You did it.
Oh.
My gosh, that was great. That was great.
Okay.
Thinks that there should be lasers.
Ah,
And
George,
you know what?
next time. We need George's help for that.
Frankly, I agree.
He's
I
a
think
laser
lasers-
artist.
Lasers make things great. Like
Yeah, you
that
said there is going to be something that's like projected into a showers with water falling and
Yes.
stuff, right?
We
That
do
sounds
have projections happening and some lighting, but George Hampton, if you want to come do lasers.
Come on down. Come on back to Austin.
Let's go. Yeah.
Let's
exactly.
do this.
That sounds great.
Awesome. So,
That was
Kristen,
so amazing.
tell us, like, where can anybody see this one, or do they have to wait for the next iteration? What's the
So-
deal?
Yes, this iteration is a class project that is essentially a pilot for what I hope will be a larger iteration to come. So right now, it won't be viewable for the public, but next time around, hopefully it will be, and
Okay.
we'll share all the info. There will be, I'm hopeful that there will be another one to come.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm putting the URL on the screen right now, Winship Neighborhood Concert.wordpress.com, so you can at least find out about the see the
happening,
links to everybody who's doing
About
yeah, and
I know there are some
yeah.
amazing artists involved. I feel so grateful.
Oh.
And so grateful for you. You're incredible.
Stop
This
it.
is so fun. No, let's do this every week.
Okay.
This is great.
You heard it here, everybody. Make every Monday music and media. We like to do this every Monday that we can. I did do it for like 21 straight Mondays, and that was too much. But tune in here. You know, we'll do it. Sometimes we'll do it at 8. Sometimes we'll do it at 10, like tonight, and have special guests. And thank you so much, Kristen, for being here and for being such a good guest and director. Thanks for directing me and making me do it one more time. Always good. To have a safety.
I'm here to be annoying, I will do it.
Always good to have a safety.
Great.
Okay,
Exactly.
cool. All right. Well, I guess we should stop here so that we don't record too much more, so that we can edit this.
That sounds good. That
Okay.
sounds good to me.
And thank you again,
Yes.
Mr. Osborne, Michelle, George, Misidentified. Thank you all so much for being here. You know, there's like this. I don't know if you're too familiar with Twitch, but there's this part of the show where we raid another channel. It's like you pay it forward. We've got a little bit of an audience here, you know?
Yeah.
You got like 7 people watching, 8 people watching or something. So it's like, why not go ahead and pay it forward to somebody else who's streaming? So if you don't mind to sticking with me for just 1 minute, I'll set that going. Yeah. George says, I will say this combination is awesome. We did a good job. Can we high five from the corners of the... We'll do it from the...
Does that work?
That works.
I'm like, how does it...
Let's see. If you go to your top...
My camera?
Top...
Left. This is right.
Right,
Left,
yeah.
Right.
So right, you're right. Slam.
Okay, here.
There we go. There we go.
Works, yes.
Good enough.
It's great. It was wonderful.
Oh my goodness. So you have rehearsals all week, and
We put this thing up.
and then you're performing on
On Saturday.
on Saturday. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Saturday night.
And do I need to email you just in case I can make it? Is there a seat?
Yeah, I will hold
okay.
always. There's a seat.
Okay.
Always. I'll hold one for you.
Okay,
Of
awesome.
course. Yeah.
I cannot wait to hear everybody else's covers.
It's
That's
gonna be
what's so cool about this is that there's just so many ways. There's so many ways to do a song.
Totally.
And
I know we have one that's entirely in Spanish, which I'm excited about.
Oh,
I mean,
that's very cool.
there's like
That's very
endless
cool.
variations. We have a couple that are pairs that are one is playing an instrument, one is singing.
Yes.
It's like there's lots of possibility.
Oh, so much possibility. And also just so everybody knows, you can, sometimes you can, if we were doing a normal Music Monday show, you could request songs. I have a list of songs that you can request. That's there in the chat now.
I'm excited about that.
Let's see. So let's see. I don't know. It's not quite. Oh, okay. Here we go. All right. Raid channel. And who do we want to go for? Let's see. I'm gonna just, if you're not in a huge hurry, I'm gonna just make sure that we raid the right person, because you want to raid somebody who's got maybe not as many viewers as everybody else. So okay, someone is they're called Trash Kitty. They're making Legos. They got cool vibes. They're building Disney World Castle. I feel like that's like I feel like that's a similar vibe to what we're doing here, right?
That's the right vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Legos always.
Legos, a Disney World Castle. That's exciting.
Yes. I love
Okay.
that.
Okay, here we go. We're going to raid this person. That means everybody stick around for just one more minute, and you will get, special bonus points for following the raid. And let's see here. Raid channel. Trash Kitty. There she is. Okay, here we go. Again, thank you everyone so much for being here. Thank you, Kristen, for joining us and for forcing me to sing this song. Like, I've probably sung it 100 times already this week. So and it doesn't get old. It's great.
It's perfection. It is amazing.
It's a great song.
You're amazing.
You're amazing.
Thank you, Mike.
I can't wait to see what all you've come up with. Okay, I'm starting the raid now, and it'll go in like 10 seconds, and then everyone will be shuffled away onto a different channel.
We love
Ready
that.
to raid. 5 viewers are ready to raid. That's not a bad number. Let's do it. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Let's do this. Raid now.
Yes. Whoa. Okay. Cool.
So we've just sent everyone over to there, and
That's cool. We did it.
We did it.
That's amazing.
And we're gonna shut down the stream over here, and it'll just be you and me talking. All right.
Wow.
Free a
I don't
bird.
know how that works.
Stop streaming. Yeah, it's a crazy.